Another IndyCar event brought to you by the Dark. Now it's Corley, Peterson, Davies, Gardner, and Teague. You can expect high speeds, incredible wheel-to-wheel action, and intense drama that you could only get in an IndyCar. So sit back and enjoy your favorite drivers from all over the world take the track. Dark Horse IndyCar drivers, start your engine.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Gary Gatza. Welcome to Race First coverage of Round 4 of Season 7 of Dark Horse DW12 Series, coming to you today from Homestead Miami Speedway. Joining me in the booth, he's a regular participant in the IndyCar Oval Series and is a contributor to Jalopnik.com. Please welcome Ryan Eric King. Ryan, kind of a smaller field today. Hopefully maybe get a chance to see a lot of high-speed action without a lot of people bumping their way up to the front, bumping and bashing their way up to the front. I expect that we should see a pretty clean race. You've watched a lot of practice. What have you seen so far?
It's definitely going to be high-paced, close racing. For those of you who are fans of stock car racing, are probably used to NASCAR having their season finale a couple years ago here at Homestead. And yes, while the speeds will be higher and there won't be that much wheel-to-wheel contact, the racing will certainly be exciting.
We got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in the provisional qualifying. Lead by God, it's Kane. It's 212.670, I believe, on the provisional poll at the moment. We are using a new ticker, and one of the new options of the ticker that I did ask for was to take us out to the third decimal place. I got a new version of the ticker, and it just wasn't really working to primetime standards that I would expect to at least put onto a stream, so I had to back out and use the older version, which only shows 2 decimal places instead of the 3. So hopefully that doesn't throw anybody off too terribly much, but we're just showing speed right now. That is in miles per hour, and we will, as we get into the race, we will show intervals, which I believe at least are might also be 2 decimal points as well. We'll see. It works. This overlay works pretty well, but it's still kind of buggy. We're working our way into kind of a new look here on Race First, so just bear with us. But thanks for joining us. We got a minute 28 left here to play. The rule set for tonight: 81% fuel, unlimited tires, 1 fast repair, no green-white checkers because this is IndyCar, and the pit road speed limit is are we still at 40 or are we at 50 today? It'll look that one up.
At quick glance, we are at 50 today.
50, very good. Homestead has more alterations than a Kardashian, although Atlanta Motor Speedway just recently said, "Hold my beer." There are many IndyCar track records here. In fact, IndyCar has 4 track records at Homestead. The pre-1998 original Mini Indy configuration set Paul Tracy won in 96 with a 198.5. Then when they had the flat configuration, and this is pre-2003, this is also kart, Greg Moore in 98, 217.5. Then when the IRL came here in the flat configuration in 2003, it was Tony Kanaan with a 203.5. And then they also participated on the high banks here in 2006. That record was set by Sam Hornish, 218.539. I believe that's still the track record to this day. IndyCar record for the fastest 300-mile race was also held here. Dario Franchitti won that race, no cautions, with a speed of 201.420 miles per hour. All-time winners here for IndyCar at Homestead: Sam Hornish, Scott Dixon, Dan Weldon, all have 3. Ironically, Michael Andretti has 2 wins here, both on the Mini Indy configuration. So that's what I found highly coincidental and ironic that he both got his wins here on the Mini Indy configuration, but can't win on the big Indy configuration. But we are done qualifying, and let's get into the starting lineup here at Homestead. Let's start it. Let's re-rack that. There we go. Lee Kane on the pole, charged by Charlie Teed, then Matt Wagner, Eric Schaus, Eric Peterson, and Edson Santos in 5th and 6th. Gary Corley showing in 7th. And we should have some more grid in. This is one of the buggy areas that we had, unfortunately. There we go. Chris Stouffer, 8th. Mark Cohn, the Watchman, showing in at 9th. Jim Herrick from 4D here in 10th. And Jari Brubacher, currently 11th. And we should get some more in here. And again, the grid in is kind of the most buggy portion of the current overlay system. And I suppose probably the second one had a better grid in, but the tree is what was the problem in the new version, so we wanted to go with at least a clean tree. See if we get any more people that loads in here. Casey Putski and Joseph DeCiro are the last two on the grid, but they're not showing up here in the grid in. The joys of new overlays.
It's always hardest at first, and it gets easier over time.
We do have a little time. Maybe I can try loading the previous one. See what the here we go. Let's take a look at the grid now. There we go. Lee Kane, Charlie Teed, Matt Wagner, Eric Schaus, Eric Peterson, Edson Santos, Gary Corley, Chris Stouffer, Mark Cohn, Jim Herrick, and still only showing back to 11th. So interesting. And here's what the ticker looked like. Unfortunately, the numbers were kind of transposed over one another, so we're going to go with the original. The ticker was working there at least. But getting ready to go racing, 187 laps. This should go by pretty quickly. You guys were really, really fast, and they were really, really clean, it looked like. Not a lot of incidents in practice.
Yeah, and they were able to hold side by side, lap after lap during some runs. It's going to be pretty exciting, to be honest, despite the smaller field.
Lee Kane with a pole position. Congrats to him, bringing the field down here to start the race. Pace car is now off. It's under the control of Kane. He's going to bring him down slowly, and there he goes. And check out Schaus on the outside. Wagner to the inside, already 3 wide into 1. Watching Schaus over to Schaus's shoulder. Say that really quick. I tried to. It didn't come out great. And they spread out down the backstretch. Kane down low. Teed up high. Schaus even higher. Oh, Teed goes down low. Kane's there. Had to come back up. And Kane is going to lead lap 1. 3 wide again. Here comes Schaus up top.
And it looks like it's going to be very, very hard to overtake around the outside here.
Yeah, it looks like the old IRL line back from the old days. When I say the IRL line, it's just when you paint your car right along the white line down the very bottom. Schaus trying to think about shooting the middle there. Wisely thought against it.
Swing out to the wall.
There we go.
Teed
to the lead. Watching Schaus here, and moving to Teed. Edson Santos worked his way up big time now. He is now up to third. He is up 3 spots.
Yeah, but the entire field still within a second and a half.
Matt Wagner in chat before we took the green says he has a record here. Gary Corley working his way up on the bottom. He's up 2 spots. JB, Yari Brubacher, up 5 spots, the biggest gainer. Lee Kane has gone to the back a little bit, 6, but staying with this lead pack. Teed and Schaus now starting to battle up front. Teed's gone to the bottom, and he's going to put the car there. Don't watch out. Edson Santos is going to be right there with him.
And it seems like the best way to try to make her move around the outside is simply try to force the leader to stick close to the line, but then you risk the chance maybe they can't hold a line and they start sliding up the track right into you.
This is a traditional paperclip style oval, but you know, when I drive it, and I maybe check out your experience, it doesn't feel that way. Really, the corner exits these cars, especially on 2. That turn 2 wall has negative energy on it. Likes to push you away, get your car loose coming off the wall. And then the turn 4 area, your car seems to just, for no real reason, wants to get loose there as well later in runs. And that's just not in these cars, but that's just in the IR18 and everything in general. This doesn't really drive like a, what I would call just a, everything's identical at both ends type of racetrack.
Yeah, and this track definitely has its quirks. For me, the things I notice most, on the exit of 2, in the middle lane, there's a bump.
Yeah.
And if you have any turning input at all, you will get loose. In 4, for me, it always feels like my car gets really tight. But it doesn't seem like it's an issue for these guys today. They can hold it low the entire way around.
Schaus again to the outside, getting the run on Teed. Just enough to pull to his outside, but not enough to get this lead. So it's going to be a race to the bottom here once we do these pit stops. And we are not too far away from those, as a matter of fact. Probably get into the 30s and 40s. Expect at least a 2-stop race here.
Yeah, it's going to be a 2-stop race. If I was not in this leading 2, I'd be thinking about, sitting back, saving some fuel.
If you enjoy Race First coverage of the Dark Horse DW12 series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you don't miss out on future Race First iRacing broadcasts. And boy, do we have a lot of them coming up. The month of May is just on our doorstep, not too much longer. And then we're going to be seeing lots and lots of IndyCar races at Indianapolis and all varieties here on Race First. IR18s, DW12s, you name it. Mark Cohn working his way up to 4th spot. The Watchman up 5 spots. He's in a throwback to Tom Sneva's mid-70s IndyCar.
Yes. And it seems like dirty air is quite a problem. Ooh. If you're further back in the field, if you're further back in the field and you have the speed, you can make passes if you need to.
Chris Stouffer working his way to the top, also getting into the top 5 here. He's in one of those 4D Racewear cars. Peterson falling back. He got shuffled out a little bit. Little dirty air as Gary Corley shows across the stump in front of his wing there. Santos has moved back too. That was dicey there for a sec.
Yeah, that's one way to take the air off someone's way.
That's the Brazilian clear, except neither driver was Brazilian. There is Wagner on the bottom there. He gets a position over Kane. Move Kane back to ninth now. Two groups of two coming off of two there. Teed and Schaus, Cohn, and Stouffer. Of course, three of these four drivers participated in the Lionheart IndyCar Series. Teed, Stouffer, Cohn.
Oh, we got a big swing to the inside here.
Riding over Stouffer's shoulder in the backstretch, up high. Variable banking here at Homestead, Miami. Higher you go, the more banked it gets. But it still doesn't help the fact that the low lane is the fastest lane, at least with these cars and how they're set up.
Yeah, if you have enough downforce, it's the shortest line will always be the fastest, no matter what the banking is.
Teed leaving the majority of the laps so far. Schaus been trying to figure out how to get around him. Schaus's best bet is to stay right on, I'm willing to say stay on the attenuator of Teed, and when you come off the corner, stay low and try to get underneath Teed going into three. He's going out high, trying to get that speed to slingshot him around on the high side, and I just don't see that happening right now unless there's another car in play up there.
Yeah, you're right. Like, the play is to sort of to try to use the banking to your advantage to dive the inside on exit.
Santos moving up to fifth now. Peterson is sixth. Casey Putke, Joseph DeCiro, they're back at 12th and 13th, kind of just watching everything in front of them. Jim Hare, excuse me. He is the last car in this pack. He's at 11th. So this is a 125 lap race. Originally, I thought the schedule said this was going to be... No, that's right. 125 laps. That's good. It's basically a fixed race times two. Fixed races here about 75 laps. So it's right at 187 and a half miles for a race distance here. Consider it like a super sprint, not quite a marathon, quite a mini marathon.
Yeah, I'd say Indy Lights race distance.
There you go. At top 11 all together. And Rigney in chat, and Super Formula Lights. I think he's working on an idea over there in the ISRA. We'll see. Super Formula is running here. That's going to be woof.
Oh, those cars have a lot of downforce.
See, that's what I thought Schaus would do. Actually, you see him kind of go low, kind of off corner exit. Took a peek to the inside, but did not take it. Yeah, I thought he'd just drive down and kind of underneath Teed there on corner exit, because Teed's leaving a whole lane there. All he needs to do is get a nose there.
Yeah, just need to get in the inside. Cool.
Here comes the watchman, Mark Cohn.
Yeah, because that's going to be the issue, trying to drop far enough back to be able to get a run, but not let the guys behind you get past.
Let's ride with Cohn here and check out how he sees things. He's riding that top line, shifting gears. More than just turning the wheel left here, folks. There's a lot of, even with the no tools and the available to them, they are using the gears here to help the car rotate, keep the car wound up.
Yep, you want to keep the RPMs high. You don't want to bog the engine down at any point.
And watching from Mark Cohn over his shoulder. You see his last lap time, 25 seconds. They're flying around this place. Car is outside. That is Stouffer. There you see that. See right there, a T was coming off the bottom. And if another car could get there, in fact, the door's open. Cohn could take it if he wanted to. He got a good run, as you saw right there.
Yeah.
We'll see the watch T coming up the racetrack now. He's staying to the bottom now. I think he's hearing me in chat or hearing me at his broadcast. We'll see.
We're giving the game away.
Yeah, we're giving the game away. Spoiler alert. Yeah, look at that again. Very, very go to the white line on corner exit. I like where Jim Herrick is at, though. Good old Jim's in the back of the spot where I'm normally at. I just kind of have everything happening right in front of me, just keeping everybody in my view. And really, and then we see Peterson blinking there. Hopefully, that's not too terminal for him throughout this night. Gary Corley getting down on the apron, a little squirrely there.
Yeah, because I was just about to say before.
Car off. That is Joseph Casey Putski. Casey Putski, we are not cautioned yet. But there's a car off. Or is that the Ciro? That is the Ciro. Yes,
yeah,
that is in the white and black Haviland car, the opposite of what Lee Kane is running. So that is terminal, or at least not terminal. He's going to come in and go ahead and get a pit stop and use his fast repair. But that's not going to bode well for his chances now because he's going to go a lap down.
He's probably going to go 2 down at this point. Yeah, I was just about to say the race has been relatively clean so far.
And there he goes, getting everything taken care of. And there's that second lap you were talking about. But meanwhile, back up front, Teed and Schaus continue to battle it out. Yari Brubacher looking to put a move on Peterson down low. Gary Corley also trying to follow him through, kind of slides up in front of Santos a little bit. And the first of the pit stoppers is coming in. This is Charlie Teed. They are using the back road pit entrance. He has all the way around, need to keep his pace up, and then get down to that 50 miles per hour right there at the cone. Another car coming in. That is Putski coming in.
Yep. I always hate being the first person to come in during these long runs because, that yellow flag could come out at any moment.
And we now have Schaus on the bottom there, coming into pit road for his scheduled stop. So 37, 38, 39 is where we're stopping here. Stouffer, your leader, with Matt Wagner with him. Mark Cohn also with this group.
Yeah, if you're coming in now...
Brubacher and Stouffer are coming in this time.
Yeah, if you're coming in now, you might actually not have enough to make it on 2 stops.
Oh, JB sliding sideways on pit road. That's going to cost him. I don't know if he's going to get a penalty or not on that. Also with him on pit road is Lee Kane. Wagner's still the leader. Here's Mark Cohn down low. Cohn is going to get the position. Wagner's staying high, keeping those tires at least a little bit of life left in them still.
Yeah, it's going to be close for JB. He was 55 going across the entry line.
And Wagner, and it looks like Wagner and Cohn are playing a little bit of a leapfrog, although I think Cohn is coming in this time. Yes, he's coming in. Just got to keep your car. The pit road entry, the pit entry roads here, or just the pit access roads, let's call them that, incredibly slippery.
Yes.
Edson Santos was on pit road, and did he come in on?
He ran off into the grass. He didn't go back out into the track, but
okay, so he was on the
down.
pit. He was on the pit entry road. He didn't come just off of 4. Okay,
yeah.
All right. Just making sure, because that would have been a penalty. And here's Wagner coming to pit road. Edson Santos, he's coming off right now. Mark Cohn coming off right now. I believe that turns, nope, there is Jim Herrick on pit road. So Wagner's still shown as the leader coming down pit road. Mark Cohn now, if he catches him here on the backstretch. And we are going to go 4 wide into 3. Stouffer just sticks it in there and says, full send. Wagner coming off of pit road, trying to come up to speed. You will see the faster cars flash there on the high side just momented. There they are. And Wagner is going to break out in front. Now we're going to have another situation down the backstretch in the 3. As we did before. No. Put Wagner to the front as he's still coming up to speed. Stouffer taking a look to the outside. Stouffer going to take a look to the inside.
Blown past.
Oh, yeah, blown past. Wagner didn't even bother to protect the inside. I thought maybe he would have tried that. But maybe he's not interested in doing that right now. So big change at the front. It was Teed and Schaus. Now it's Stouffer and Schaus. And we're seeing Chris Stouffer right there. He's got a 3.6 I rating. Schaus right with him. Schaus also a 3 I rating. So 2 real pros know how these cars operate. We're racing it right now up front. Stouffer right down to the white line. Not going to give any room to Schaus. Teed riding the high line for 3rd. Now he's down to the bottom. So let's look at pit strategies now for everybody. Stouffer pitted at 40. Schaus at 39. Teed at 38. Mark Cohn at 42. Wagner went the longest at 43. Peterson at 41. Santos at 42. Corley at 41. And Brubacher and Kane both came in at 40. So we got a couple different strategies. Right now, Wagner is on the longest one, and he's looking at lap 86 now to possibly make his last and final stop.
Yeah, like I'm a bit nervous about anyone who pitted on 40 or sooner. Because just basic numbers, if you want to hit 125, you should be pitting on 42 or later.
And the simple way to do that, folks, is you break out the old calculator, which it should load here on my screen momentarily. There it is. You take the number of laps, and you want to probably divide by 3, and it is 41.6. So 42, and 42 will get you to the end of this race. So people looking to get to the end are looking at lap 84. Minimum 84.
Yeah, and if you can stretch out a stint coming in on 38 and 39, but this middle stint is going to be hard.
Now, they might go a little bit longer on this stint because there was a pace lap involved in that first stint. Not much fuel was used there, but a little bit was. So we'll see how longer they can go on this second stint, but I don't expect them to go much, much longer. There is no wick to turn down on these cars. The wick is your right foot. You cannot adjust the fuel map as you can in the IR18. Again, one of those things we'd wish iRacing would do, but they just haven't got around to really updating these cars much. Although, we did get an updated damage model here a few weeks ago, so there is hope.
Yep, development is not all but halted on these cars, and especially with the IndyCar license returning.
Yeah, for sure.
There's more attention on these cars.
Of course, the big talk here the last couple days, IndyCar and who they're going to get their new TV deal seems to be between Fox and NBC. What's your take on that, being in the news business, so to speak?
Being in the business, I've heard a lot of things. Ideally, the big thing at Penske Entertainment is increasing revenue, and apparently Fox is offering a little bit more than NBC, but if NBC is willing to match them, they're willing to stay. The only issue I see is that a move to Fox potentially has races being aired not on FS1 but on FS2.
Ouch. And
Yeah.
you know they're not gonna put an IndyCar race opposite anything in their football package.
Exactly. And then we end up in an era that we were before, where the big complaint about scheduling was, why do we have to end the season before the NFL season starts? And if you have to share airtime with Fox, then it's definitely out of the question now.
Now, is my understanding also the NBC was even for a little less, but there was like revenue sharing with the teams as well involved in that one. Is that true?
Well, it's sort of two separate discussions, because obviously the other talk of the moment, IndyCar and the potential charter system.
Oof. Yeah.
And as it stands right now,
I was reacting to the charter system.
negotiations-
Sorry, I was reacting to the charter system. Nothing on the racetrack. I was just like, I don't know if that's. I really don't know if the charter system's a good idea. I don't want any. I think we've gone down the road of guaranteed starting spots once before in IndyCar history, and that what could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Roger, why do you want to have specifically 25 charters? But that is a different discussion. But I think a move to Fox could have some benefits, because the talk in sports broadcasting at the moment is the super streaming service between NBC Discovery, Fox, and ESPN, and a move to Fox would get IndyCar on that streaming platform. But we got to pass for the lead.
Yeah, we're gonna look around here. Here's Stouffer and Teed. I'm just uploading a meme here that I thought was pretty funny that I borrowed. I'm gonna bring up here we go. But at the front here is Teed and Stouffer. Been swapping the lead back and forth for the last couple of laps here. Teed on the bottom, Stouffer Stouffer on the bottom, getting the pass. Teed will follow him through, take the shot down into 3. But the thing is, they're not pulling away from 3rd, 4th, and 5th, because really Schaus is just too close. He's well within the draft envelope to keep up with these cars. They really need to break the envelope from Schaus in order to get anywhere to begin pulling away from this group.
Yeah, because after this, after the first cycle of pit stops, we narrowed the field down to the top 6. It's just them racing for this lead. And I don't think we're not at the point where you want to jeopardize having this smaller field. Because one mistake, and then next thing you know, we're back to having a field of 10, 11 cars.
again, not much going on here at the front. Everyone's just kind of settling in, racing and trying to. I think these guys really in third, fourth, fifth, and sixth are really trying to save fuel. These top three are racing, although I would not rule out Schaus doing some fuel conservation, running constantly behind these two.
Yeah, because even if you didn't stop early during the first cycle, saving fuel also means, well, potentially means a shorter stop the next time you come in.
Oh, I think this is the meme here. It's guaranteed starting spots. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, because from what I've been hearing from reporting and from Marshall Pruitt as well, is the big question about the charter system is, so there will be guaranteed spots at all the other IndyCar events. The question is, Indianapolis or not?
Indianapolis has always been, well, with the exception of 96, always been about the fastest 33. Of course, 97 to a certain extent, they started more than 33 in 97. 79, I think they did the same thing, but that was a court injunction that said they had to take more than 33. But still, Indianapolis has always been about the fastest 33, and I think you're right. I think that should stay. Certain things, I do see certain traditions in the future going away for IndyCar racing, but 33, the fastest 33, always the fastest 33 at Indianapolis, and that place, no favorites. We've seen that clearly over the years. It got Bobby Rahal. It got Team Penske. It got Graham Rahal. It got Fernando Alonso. It doesn't matter who you are. You're gonna get it if you're not prepared for Indianapolis. So I would want to hold firm on the fastest 33, always starting the 500.
Yeah, like I'd say if I was in Mark Miles' shoes, I would simply, push back against the team owners. Say, if we're going to do this charter system for value, you're not going to get a spot in the field guaranteed, but you will get an appearance fee for attempting to qualify. Just if you don't make the show, you don't make the show. It's Indianapolis.
And give me an idea. Go ahead with your statement there.
Yeah, certain other things and discussions have already been taken out the table for now. Like, there will be no shared TV revenue, at least in this first set of charters. And they want to have the charters renew after a set period of time.
Here is a schedule for the remainder of the season for the Dark Horse DW12 series. After this, we go to Michigan, me and you. And then that kind of wraps up our tag team duo here for the remainder of the season. And then there's going to be me and the Catalyst Andrew Wood from Gateway on. And then we will get a full-length 500-mile race at the end of the season here, June 16th, the Dark Horse 500 at Indianapolis. That is the remainder of your schedule. The marathon starts today. No more. I don't think we have any more off weeks now between now and the end of the season. So don't miss a thing. And if you're interested in checking out the Dark Horse DW12 series, be sure to check them out on iRacing. This is one of the longest. This is the longest running now, I think, DW12 series currently running on the service. So if you like this car, it is free. It is free with iRacing. Get involved.
And that is a very, very interesting collection of tracks. These cars are definitely fun to race on.
Peterson back there in sixth, very happy to be standing back there. And we'll give you an idea where we're coming. We actually are coming up the pit stops here really shortly. We got that mid-race discussion out of the way, and all of a sudden we got pit stops coming. Teed stopped on 38. We're at 37 now, so expect Teed about any time. Stouffer stopped on 40. We're on lap 35 for his stint, so he's due within the next 5. And here's T, pit road right now. Oh, he hit that pit road hard, buddy. Good job. Now keep it under control. Keep it under control. Keep it under control. Oh, almost got up to the green. There, the grass there.
Stopped.
There we go. Good job. Real good job. Going down pit road here. Who is going to make
laps to the end? Is he going to make it?
Yeah, 50 to the end. That's gonna be tight. I'm not sure. Schaus is now the leader. He's finally worked his way up to the front. But Schaus, he pitted on 39. He's coming to 39. How much fuel did he save? Let's see. Down the front stretch now, starting lap 39 of his current stint. Again, went 38 the first time. He was in the draft of the leaders a lot for this stint. Also, the first stint might go a little bit shorter just because of pit road, or of the pace lap. And both Stouffer and Schaus hit pit road at the same time. Very controlled there. Now Schaus just needs to bring it down a little bit more, hit the button. And Stouffer gets right up close, but I think Stouffer kind of locked up his wheels a little bit on pit road there and lost some ground to Schaus. So we'll see how these guys run off. Wagner now, the longest car to go, 43. He's only on 36, so he still has another 7 laps or so to go, possibly even more.
And that could be what defines this race, because even if you're able to make it to the end, after a 50-lap stint, your tires are going to be shot. You're going to be worried about fuel. You might not be in the best position to defend your position.
So it's Wagner, Peterson, Cohn, your top 3. We haven't really talked much about points. We'll do that after the pit stops. Santos into 4th. He's a little bit further back. Santos. Oh, here comes Peterson. Peterson to pit road. In this pit road. Oh, he's on the grass. Oh, he kept it under them. Very good, very good. Now get it down to pit road speed. I think he did. Also hitting pit road right in front of him is Jim Herrick. There's Jim. We do want to give a shout out to Jim. Tonight's, or of course, series sponsorship has been now brought to you by 4D Racewear. You can check out their line of made-for-sim racing gloves, shoes, and apparel. You visit them today at 4dracewear.com or click on the link in today's description. So Wagner out there now turning laps all by himself. Cohn on pit road, Peterson on pit road, Schaus on pit road. I think they're all done. Cohn only on pit road right now, and the 2 are rolling. Wagner now doing, here he is, coming in on 40 of lap 40 this time. 83. So this is short. This is going to be tight. He'll cross the line coming to 84. Maybe he's looking for a short fill too. We'll see. Now he will cross the line from going 83 to 84. There we go. Wagner still the leader. Hitting pit road. Up on a pneumatic jacks. A new set of tires. Single impact lug in the middle. Boom, 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 boom. As soon as the car goes down, waits a little bit for the fuel to top off, and done and away. That should be the final stop for Matty Wagner. He is the leader still. Here comes Lee Kane, and here comes Schaus. Schaus, this is a battle for the lead right here. Schaus and Wagner. Right behind them is a lap down Jim Herrick. But Schaus is going to come out victorious on this exchange on pit road. Ryan, you still watching WrestleMania with your other eye? Oh, he's not here right now. Ryan, you there?
Oh, I'm back. I just
okay. I'm about to say, are you watching WrestleMania with your other eye?
Yeah, I have the commentary muted, but I do have it up.
That's the other thing going on tonight is night 2 of WrestleMania. Ryan and I are moderately sized wrestling fans.
Yeah, it has been a very eventful weekend in sports overall.
All right, so let's reset the field with 88 of 125. We're getting ready into the final third of this race, and give you an idea also on the point situation. Point situation right now. We'll bring up that right now. Wagner, who is currently second on the racetrack, who has just worked his way around Jim Herrick, now is your points leader. Edson Santos is back in 7th spot. He is P2. Eric Schaus is in 3rd spot. He is your current leader. Chris Stouffer in 4th spot. Stouffer is in also 4th spot on the racetrack as well. Rafi Eckert not in the lineup, so Yari Brubacher, JB will probably jump him even with a 12th place finish. Gary Lovern, not in today's field. He is 7th. William Svensson is also not in today's field. AJ Hobson and Gary Corley are the ones looking to capitalize here. Corley currently in 8th. He might jump a couple positions as well. That is your current point situation going into this event here at Homestead. As you see, the track temperature 79 degrees, ambient temperature 75. So really, track temperature should not be the problem. 3 wide, a little bit back out there. There goes Teed. Teed and Peterson down the front stretch side by side. Peterson going to hold the position. Can they run down the leaders? There's no one there in front of them. In the meantime, Stouffer and Wagner are slugging it out for second, which is going to open the door for Peterson and Teed in 4th and 5th to join this battle. Schaus is the leader, 92 of 125. Again, everyone, thanks for joining us. Make sure to give us a thumbs up if you have not done so already. And most importantly, if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and click the bell for reminders to pop up on your feed about future Raceverse iRacing broadcasts. And there's a battle for the lead as Schaus stays high. Stouffer to the bottom, Stouffer to the lead. Now with 93, now 94 of 125 in the books. So let's take a look at where everyone pitted. Wagner pitted the latest at 84, Cone at 83. What's your calculator telling you?
Oh, I think they're the best to be able to push all the way to the end. If you pitted, if you pitted 81, 80, you're gonna have to be a bit concerned. I assume they did most of the saving early on because that's what you should do, so you get that out of your mind early and focus on the race.
Well, we're going to have to go into the 40s to really get in terms of 40s, in terms of lap stint size, number of laps. And last time by, or last stint, Schaus, Wagner, Peterson, Cone were the only drivers to get into the 40 bracket, and there really wasn't much. 40 for Schaus, 41 for Wagner, Peterson, and Cone. Hey, if you've not done so already, check out Track Cam's 4 Gourmets for your track cam and viewing enjoyment of your replays of your own iRacing races. Check them out at trackcam22.com, where you can buy any number of packages, whether it be for oval or road courses, dirt, dirt racing. You can also do some pretty cool VR as a fan thing. You can watch races like that. But check them out at trackcam22.com, Trackcams for Gourmets. We are been using their cameras all season long here for the Dark Horse IndyCar Series, as well as the Dark Horse Racing Series. And also we'll be using them for other IndyCar races that we've been covering all season long. Checking out chat, because chat has been active. We appreciate those in active chat. There's Rick. Come on, Stouffer. I think Stouffer's got a real fair shot here. Stouffer went 39 laps on his last stint, so he's got to probably do a little conservation. We'll see. There's Julian. If these guys started 30 minutes later on the nights that conflicted with IES, they would have at least 4 more guys racing. Yeah, that's... I think IES is almost over, though, so you guys could jump over when IES completes. And Julian says, I am subscribed. Thank you, Julian. Thank you, Julian. Stouffer is OG. I like to see him get a dub. Yep. We've seen him... well, you kind of saw it with him in Pocono when we covered that Pocono race. He went from 6th to almost to lead really, really rapidly there in a very... in a natural green-white checkers finish there. Wagner has a real shot. I think Wagner does. We'll see how these guys do. Who has a save? Who doesn't? 24 laps now. 23 laps to go. Not much of a pack race. A little bit of a pack race today, but not much. Here's Stouffer to the low side. Excuse me, Schaus to the low side. Schaus in that U.S. Navy Jolly Rogers livery.
Because, yeah, we had a bit of a pack race early on, but after that first set of pit stops, we spread out based on who could get on and off pit road cleanly.
Yeah, I don't think Wagner has to save much. You're replying there to Rick there. I don't think he has to save much. He might have to save a partial lap at best. We think, calculator-wise, we think he can go to the distance with just a tick of savings.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Rigney with his IR-18 win there at Pocono. Yeah, there's a number of guys that I know I call Pocono whisperers who just, for whatever reason, when we line up to go racing there, they go right to the front. Stouffer's one of them. Shane Coogan, he's another one of those guys that goes right to the front there.
Yeah, to me, I think it's mainly because Pocono has 3 different corners. It drives so differently. It drives more like a road course, to be honest.
Let's take a look at this third group led by Cone. They're not really gaining much on this group in front of them.
No, not at all, because I was thinking over time that they would close the gap and make it a 6-car race at the end. Let's see, lap traffic.
Good looking car for Cone. I do. Car out of the way up high. Good job, car control there. But that kind of separates Cone there from the rest of the group. That is Joseph DeCiro. Julian says if it drove like a road course, IndyCar would be racing there now.
Well, not many road courses only have 1 lane.
Coming to 15 to go. And just kind of as we talked about early on with the smaller field, we knew we'd see good racing. And we kind of hoped that we would see a lot of clean racing, and that's exactly what we got. Now, I just gave it the broadcaster's jinx. We shall see. We're getting into the closing stages. Stouffer with 4D Racewear, your leader, Eric Schaus in the F14, right behind him. Right behind him, Matty Wagner, the points leader in the championship. Lot to play for up front. These guys in second and third really are going to want to conserve or not be as aggressive. There's a lot to play for, as they call championship implications. Stouffer is now going to be involved in that here too, especially if he gets a win or another podium. We'll see. Winding down. Once again, if you're just joining us, welcome. Thanks for watching Race First coverage of Round 4, the Dark Horse DW12 series, coming to you from Homestead, where Chris Stouffer is your leader with currently just a handful of laps go. We are cautioned, and I just jinxed it. There it is. And I'm not sure who it was.
It was someone.
Santos. Okay, so Santos was coming down pit road. And I'm not sure what. We'll go flip around. I think this is Santos spinning off a pit road.
Yes.
And I think Cone had to stop. Cone is on the entry road here. And I think something happened to Santos. But we'll check. We'll make sure it wasn't Cone coming to the line. I don't think it was Cone. No. He comes to the line cleanly. Santos down and away. I think it is Santos when he came off the button, possibly for the cones. We'll see. Spinning those wheels. Yeah, Matty did not want it. There it is. Yeah, that's exactly what happened on the off the button and cold tires, and the back end comes around, and that's your caution right there.
Yeah. So
iRacing did not waste any time.
Yeah, on team radio, Wagner said he was a lap and a half in the good.
Now, here comes Stouffer. Where does that leave Cone? Cone, I think, is now your leader. Or either that he's going to get the wave around.
Yeah, he'll get the wave around.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that brought out the yellow, too. They've been updating some of the tracks, and maybe they gave a really quick trigger to the caution here, artificial intelligence of the race code. It's possible that it threw the caution because there was another car on pit road.
Yeah. Because I assume to the AI, a car was blocking the exit.
All right, so I jinxed it, buddy. That's on me. That's on me.
We're going to get a nice shootout to the end.
We'll get a nice shootout. Currently, the battle going on right now in Philadelphia is the triple threat match for the U.S. Championship. Logan Paul, we got Randy Orton in there. I expect Logan Paul to win it. They'll give it to him. He has a lot of followers he brings on YouTube and everything. Although he just ate an RKO, so he just ate an RKO, what everyone wanted. Kevin Owens is in this match too. And we have the Dancing Prime energy drink bottle on the outside, so that's going to get involved in the match at some point. You know it will. But let's reset the field. Oh, there is Jim Herrick taking a I guess you can exit inner pit road under yellow off of 4. That seems to be in the rules. Stouffer is your leader, so everybody in front of Stouffer, which will be Santos, Kane, Putski, and Cone, they will get the wave around right now. That is an IndyCar rule. I don't know. I think all the leaders are together anyway. So Stouffer, Schaus, Wagner, Peterson, Teed, Corley, he's right there. There you see Corley in the black car. Right behind him is Jari JB in 7th. Cone will be 8th. Santos will be 9th. Although I think he's getting an additional penalty for possibly a pit road infraction. The lights are out on the pace car. We are going to have ourselves right at an 8-lap sprint here to decide a winner here. Dark Horse Racing Series DW12 Series. Watching here, your leader, Chris Stouffer, Eric Schaus, Matt Wagner, Eric Peterson, Charlie Teed. Been in this top 5 all night long. Joining the battle is also Gary Corley in that number, black number 7. He's in 6th. Here we go. Stouffer, not a great start, but that's okay. He's got the bottom. That's where he needs to be. Corley looking low. He's going to go underneath T. No. But Cone's fast. Cone trying to search for a way around. 3 wide into 3. Easy, boys. And Cone come out on the other side. The Watchman survives, and now he can set sail for the leaders. Side by side for the lead, Stouffer and Schaus going in the 1. Matt Wagner now has a hard time, or has a hard decision. Where is he going to go? Which lane does he follow? What do you do? Pop quiz. What do you do?
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time to think. It is literally instinct at some point near the end.
Peterson on the top side now. 4 wide battle for the lead coming in the 1. Jari Brubacher's now is involved in this battle. He's right behind Teed there in 7th. There's going to be a 7-car battle here in just a moment. Down the backstretch. Schaus had the slight advantage until going into the corner. Stouffer moving up a little bit. Oh, almost opens the bottom for Wagner. I thought Wagner was going to go and fill the hole. Here comes Cone. Cone's in the middle, 3 by 3 going in the 1.
You can throw a blanket over the top 6 right now.
There we see Teed using the banking to come down, get a run to the inside of Wagner. Under the white line, Wagner needs to let him back in. Well, really, Wagner doesn't need to, but that's going to cost Teed some momentum. You know, you go by the white line, the driver's not inclined. I'm sorry, I meant to say that he's not inclined to let you back in. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
5 to go. Oh. Stouffer pushed up in the middle of the corner. Caused everyone in that 3rd lane to kind of check just a little bit.
You're racing for the win, but to win, you got to get to the finish line.
I tell you what, Schaus almost was clear. Oh, Stouffer!
Just leaning on him.
No! There's there's contact. Teed, I believe that was Teed and Schaus like contact. Now Schaus moving up into it takes out Cone. We're caution, and that is it. The race is over, and Schaus is going to be your winner. No, we're still green.
No,
there it is. There it is, and Schaus is going to be the winner.
Wow.
Jari Brubacher worked his way up to 2nd place. Charlie Teed 3rd. So let's go back a lap. And let's ride with Charlie Teed. So we're back a lap here. See how close that Stouffer just couldn't hold it on the bottom. Moves Schaus to the top. Now we got going. Now you're gonna see. Yeah, there's Teed got run into. He's still going. And I think he got run into by Wagner. You see the wear on Wagner's wings. I thought it was someone got into the back of Stouffer. Stouffer then kind of goes up, or excuse me, Stouffer kind of goes up, gets into what we got there, Peterson there, and then takes out, unfortunately, the watchman, Mark Cohn, and his first race, who had a fabulous one. And that is your race. Schaus is going to be your winner. Yari, JB, with a very quiet race, worked his way up to second.
Oh, I wasn't expecting this kind of show here at the end.
And Teed is third, and we'll talk with Teed. We'll get his impressions on getting lifted, coming to the start finish line there. What final lap? And working the final set of corners to put this race away, Eric Schaus did exactly what he needed to do in this championship, and that is finish ahead of Matty Wagner to gain some ground in the championship. He's going to be your winner. Sporting the F14. Next time, see if anyone needs a wingman, because he could have used one out there tonight. But Schaus, your winner. JB second, Charlie Teed third.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have to be the first guy across the line. You just have to be the guy in the lead when that last yellow comes out.
Let's take a look at the final results. And there's the final results. Kind of a detailed result now here with our overlay. See everybody with the three stops there at the end. Schaus led 33 laps. Brubacher led none, but got up there to the end when it mattered. Charlie Teed third. Wagner fourth. Stouffer fifth. Cohn sixth when the caution came out, even though he got taken out. Putski seventh. Edson Santos eighth. Herrick ninth. And Eric Peterson 10th. Lee Kane 11th, starting from the pole. Got some good experience there up front, but had a rough day after that. Gary Corley in 12th, and DeCiro 13th. So I think the cause of the yellow, Rick, was Stouffer getting into the side of Peterson, and then Peterson going up into Mark Cohn. Just hard racing there.
It's hard racing. We got pack racing at the end there, and it just felt like not a matter of time, but once you get that many cars in that small amount of space, all it takes is one error, and it just cascades into a wreck.
All right, let's see if we can get Charlie Teed in here for an interview, if he's available. Just if we can find him. Reminder, guys, we're in the Race First broadcast channel section. I don't see Teed. I think for sure he would be happy for a interview. Okay, let's take a look then at Yari, if he's available at all.
Yeah. So T.
Okay, there's Teed. We'll bring Teed in here. I can find. Might have to drag him down here. See if we can drag him down. Drag. And no, that's T. There it is. Okay, there he is. We'll bring him into the booth. Charlie Teed, P3 here tonight with Gary and Ryan in the booth. And little excitement there at the end. Kind of almost vaulted you for liftoff there. Not too far away from the Space Center, but the downforce kept you grounded and brought that car home third when the yellow came out. So that we had kind of expected the last 8 lap shootout to be something, and it certainly lived up to its billing. I think a lot of aero push out there was driving a lot of people wild. How was the conditions? And talk about that last 8 lap run.
The last 8 was bananas. I kind of wish I was better at pit stops because I had a really good run in the first half of the race, but my fuel was obviously not where everyone else was, and I'm not as good as a pit stop person. At the end, everyone's got new tires. I don't know that Stouffer took tires, so I think that put him at a disadvantage, but it was just a bucket full of pickles in there, everyone going for the same spot, and there was no room for cars, so we were all on top of each other. The lap prior, I had room to sneak in and get myself up in there into the top 3. And then I think there was a bump between Stouffer up into Wagner that lifted me off, and how I didn't cause a 10-car wreck, I have no idea. But we somehow snuck through that. And
how it caused no damage to your car, for that matter.
No, it was slow. I mean, that's Yari got me. It was an 8X, so there was definitely something.
Oh, okay.
On. But yeah, because it was clean going up to that. But no, it was a lot of fun. Clean racing to not have a caution until the last 10. So really appreciate you guys doing the broadcast. You guys do such a great job, Gary. Thank you guys. Thank the whole Dark Horse guys. Wish we had a little bit bigger car count. We'll work on getting that back up. But yeah, it was a lot of fun racing with Strauss, and I have raced so much over the last 3 years, and it's always fun. We were pretty much just in the Discord with each other, just trying to beat each other. And glad he got the W. But I thought I had something for him there.
Well, despite the car count, you definitely put on a good show there at the end when it really mattered. So congratulations. Any other shout outs, anybody you want to say hi to before we let you go?
No, it was fun racing with Eric and Strauss, my two teammates there. It was a lot of fun. So glad for Eric to get the W. Thank you, guys.
No problem. We'll drop you back up in your channel, and if I can, there you are. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks, man. All right, let's see if we can find Yari now. There's Yari. Let's bring him on down. JB, congratulations. Kind of hanging out in the pack all race long, and then when it came time to really show up for the checkered flag or the money laps, you were right there at the end, and when the caution fell, P2. Congratulations. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, thank you. It was a bit of a horrible race. Once again, I had trouble with pit entry, but this time not. It wasn't my fault. Or it was my fault, but I set the brake bias the wrong way around. So,
oops.
Yeah, so that was. I figured it out though at some point, but yeah, then I ended up a lap down, got the lucky dog, and in the end, I was there. I saw the guys wrecking coming out of turn 2, or at least colliding. So I thought, now I need to go. And yeah, the caution flew, and I got second place.
Well, not bad at all, really. Just by the luck of it all, it's a great finish, and just kind of hanging out and keeping the car clean is really, as you know, half the battle. So congratulations. Anybody you want to say hi to, shout out to, sponsors, any friends, family, what we got you here?
Well, I'm in Europe, so it's like 3 a.m. now. I don't think anybody's watching here.
For later, of course, for later.
Of course, yeah. So thank you to everybody watching.
All right, well, there you go. Congratulations. Great run. Very quiet, P2. And sometimes the quiet ones are the ones that you got to watch later in the season when the points are really tight, and you think back, wow, where'd they get the edge? Very quiet second place finish here at Homestead might be that edge. Congratulations. We'll catch you at the next one, sir.
Thank you, and bye-bye.
And we'll drop him there. And let's find today's winner, if he is around. There he is, Schaus. We'll bring him on down. Eric Schaus in the booth here with Ryan and Gary. Congratulations, sir. Looks like very early in the race you were trying to find a way around on the high side and it just wasn't working. And eventually, when you did get to the lead, you held it and kept it all yours. And then you pretty much got this nice little win here coming to the last eight lap sprint. I would imagine that eyeballs were going all over the place, and your spotter was probably telling you inside, outside, you're in the middle, you're still there, everything you hate to hear. But tell us about your race, and then tell us about that 8-lap sprint there at the end for the win.
Yeah, this was a ton of fun. This was a great race. Started fourth, had no problem getting up kind of first, second, but it's really hard to get around the guy in first if he's on the low line. So I basically just spent the whole stint seeing if I could and where I might. At one point, I think I did get under-teed and almost got him going into turn 3, but I lifted because I was kind of on the white line. I didn't want to lose it, go up into him. But unless you were like looking for a big move to really trick the guy, it was tough to get him. So second stint was, once I determined you couldn't really get around the guy, second stint was all about fuel save. So that was the plan for the second and third stint. And then that caution came out and it looked like Stouffer didn't take tires. I did.
Yeah, that's what we're beginning to hear. And our overlay doesn't tell us if he took tires or not. Know that he just stopped and probably topped off the tank. And that would explain why he was pushing so badly in the corners. Yeah, I think so. And as soon as I kind of suspected that, I knew I had it. All I had to do was just hold him down the best I could. And I eventually, over 8 laps, I knew I could edge him out coming to the line. And sure enough, that's pretty much what happened. I got a little bit farther in front of him a couple laps before, dropped down in front of him, which I think gave him some dirty air. And unfortunately, that led to him pushing up into some other people and led to the wreck. But overall, some awesome racing, real tight racing, real clean, ton of fun. Yeah, Ryan and I were actually... Question. Yeah, go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead. Because we were suspecting that you were trying to experiment with different lines to get to the front. But go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, besides the lines, the one thing I want to know, that third stint before the caution, what was your fuel situation like? Because it feels like everyone... You weren't making it?
No. Oh. In hindsight, I should have tried to, and I might have been able to. I think the only person that could have was Matt. So the caution messed him up.
Yeah.
Normally fuel savings my kind of strategy, my go-to strategy, and I just didn't do the math today, and I figured I was just going to race hard, so I got lucky with the caution. Otherwise, this would have been a P2, P3. So I got fortunate.
Well, we like I said, we were suspecting that you were experimenting with lines because we were talking about how you would get the run and you would pop to the outside, get the run. And we were wondering at one point, because I think you were racing Teed, he was leaving the bottom open off of 2, and we were thinking that maybe one of these runs you would take the run down the banking and then try to stick your nose in there on the inside going down the backstretch going into 3. But you make us sound good now when you say that, because we kind of figured you were, but we never really know until we talk with you drivers in a debrief afterwards that we did suspect you were doing what we suspected, so you make us look like a bunch of experts. So thank you very much for making us look good. But you looked the best here today getting the win. I'm sure you got some people, I know you got some teammates, but I'm sure you got friends, family, loved ones, sponsors, anybody that you like to give thanks to. Go ahead and shout them out, because now's your chance.
Yeah. First, thanks to you guys. I'm gonna definitely go watch this broadcast. I look forward to it. Sounds like it's gonna be a good one. Thanks to the guys around me, Teed, Peterson, Stouffer, all those guys. Great racing. Ton of fun today. Thanks to the league, the admins, and thanks to anybody out there watching.
Well, there you have it. Congratulations. And then we will see you. The marathon starts now. I guess there's no more off week. So get ready, because next week is Michigan, and then we're off to, I think, till the middle of June. So get those reps in. But congratulations. The marathon starts now, though.
Great. Thank you.
I will drop him in a channel. I think he's with Charlie. I'll drop him back there if I can. There he goes. All right. Wow, that was, all things considered, not a bad race at all. Sometimes, these races that when you only have 12 people starting, but then you look at the top top 10 all have like 3K I ratings, and you know that they're all capable of staying within very close proximity. So you got to know that race at some point is going to turn into an entertaining one. And that's kind of exactly what we got tonight.
Yeah, I not to comment on certain real world events, but this was truly an all-star race tonight.
I would rather IndyCar have come here for the all-star race than at Thermal. But yeah, it was a great job these guys did here. But now, with the race done, you, sir, can go off and finish watching WrestleMania. I could do the same. But it was a great showing here tonight. Let's go ahead and clear the screen and bring up the final bit of graphics, and we'll get on out of here. So that's it for tonight. Your winner, Eric Schaus, there in the F14, followed by JB and Charlie Teed, who, despite not flying an F14 or an F14 painted car, probably had the most flight time out of those top three today. But that's, again, your podium from Homestead. Join Ryan and myself again next week for round 5 of the Dark Horse DW12 series. As the teams and drivers head to Michigan International Speedway. Coverage begins this season around 8 p.m. Eastern. Again, that's 8:00 p.m. Eastern. And as always, you can find everything right here on YouTube at youtube.com/racefirst. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy. It's hard to please the monster, so if you could help support Race First with the weekly grind, leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of tonight's race. We appreciate everyone showing up in chat. And if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more of Race First's other iRacing programming. Keep your browsers set here for the most in-depth IndyCar knowledge on all of iRacing. Race First, we know what Indy means. Dark Horse DW12 series has helped brought to you by 40 Racewear. Check out their made-for sim racing line of gloves, shoes, and apparel. Visit them today at 40racewear.com or click on the link in today's description. For business inquiries and learn more about what we do at Race First, visit racefirst.com, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter. All of our handles right here at the bottom of the screen. So for Ryan Eric King, everyone at Race First, I'm Gary Gonzo saying to all, happy Sunday. Thanks for watching, and to all our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here next week in Michigan for the next race of the Dark Horse DW12 series. Good night.